I first heard about them in 1971, where I went to a shoe store across from the old Chief supermarket where all the old timers used to hang out. At that time in 71, the three teams they talked about were the 1941 football team, the 1957 football team, and the 1959 football team. These three teams were the consensus top teams that Paulding had up to that time. But the old-timers always said the 57 team was something special because they had the only undefeated and untied team for 64 years. They were not matched until 1978 by the great team of Coach Steve Clark. When you think of the heroes of Paulding, the four coaches that were associated with greatness are here today. James Kroll, Steve Clark, Jim Caserta, and Paul Nestor was the track coach for the state championship track team. The Paulding team of 1957 did something that has not been matched. They only gave up 6 points. In the history of Paulding schools for the four undefeated and untied teams of 57, 78, 83, and 88, they are the unmatched leaders of this. Now, I would like to announce the players on the undefeated, untied 1957 Paulding football team. Please come forward so you can be acknowledged. The first player is Alva Arnold. He passed away. The next player is Michael Baughman. Please raise your hand. Jim Connor, he is deceased. Mickey Connor. Alan Dangler. Jerry DeLong. Steve Dietrich. He's the captain of the team. He was All-State Honorable Mention. Larry Freshwater. Mike Goings. George Hyman. Jim Hyman. Jim Hutchins, he's deceased. Fred Eiler. Bill Johans. John Henry Kauser, who was an All-State player. John Keeler. John Kaiser. He's honorable mention, All-State selection. Dennis Crick. Joe LaFountain. Charles Lehman. Martin Martinez. Rafael Martinez. Eugene McKay. George Moronis, he's deceased. He was an All-State selection. Bill Mont. Jim Paulus, he was an All-State selection. John Heber. Larry Rothenbureau. He's deceased. Ed Straley. Jim Temple. Ron Winter. Frank Ybarra. Pete Zimmer. The head coach was Ryhard Bells. He is deceased. The assistant coach is James Kroll. He's here. The team managers were Steve Santo, Dave Santo, and John